Okay, this is another footwork tutorial. I gave the basics and a little bit of the philosophy and ideas behind footwork in a previous video, so if you want to hear that, you can go check it out. The main idea is that you have to be able to be as mobile as possible, keeping on your balance, being able to get in range so that you can attack your opponent, or to get out of range so that you're not able to be attacked by your opponent. Whether that be striking, grappling, or anything else, footwork is necessary. In that previous video, I talked about how if you're going to move forward, then you move the forward leg first, and if you're going to move backwards, you move the back leg first. So if you're moving forward, you move the forward or lead leg first. If you're moving backwards, you move the back or rear leg first, in general. Sometimes that doesn't always play out. Sometimes in some martial arts and in some instances, you might be walking somebody down that way. You can also walk them down in using that same footwork as you move forward and advance. But here we're going to use a similar concept that's going to lend itself very easily to circling. Okay, now this comes from standing being squared off with your opponent or the bag, right? Very simply. And the same thing as moving forward and backward, advancing and retreating. If you're going to move to your left, you move the left leg first, and if you're going to move to the right, you move the right leg first. So, very simply, shifting your weight, moving to my right, which would be your left, I moved my right leg first. Moving to my left, which would be your right watching me, I'm moving my left leg first. So, very simple. I'm going to move to my right, move the right leg first. I'm going to move to my left, move my left leg first. And I can do that all while being squared off, right? And it just consists of, if I'm moving to my right, I can shift my weight slightly or a lot onto my left foot to lift my right foot a little tiny bit or a lot, and then push off the left leg towards the right, and then slide in. Same thing here. If I'm going to move to my left, put my weight a little bit or a lot onto that right foot and push from my right to the left. As simple as it is. So, again, moving to my right, push off the left leg. Moving to my left, push off my right leg. So there's a couple ways you can do it. You can push and slide, or push and step. Push and step, right? Sometimes you might lift and jump, but it's the same concept. Whatever direction you're moving in, the leg that's there already, whatever is in the front or whatever's to that side, you move that first. Now, how does that lend itself to circling? Well, very simple. It's just the same movement over and over again. If I want to move circle to my right, I'm going to keep doing that same movement, pushing off the left and moving to my right. And that's how I'm circling. Same thing. If I'm going to do it to the left, pushing off my right, moving towards the left. And here, I'm kind of just lifting and kind of skipping a little bit. If you ever had fun like this as a little kid, you've done that movement, right? This skipping movement. It keeps you light on your feet and mobile. You can do it slower and slide around both directions. But that's the basic of it. Even if you're squared off. So that's kind of the basic of stepping to the left and the right and circling with that same movement. This depends on just repeating one of those motions or the other. Right? So there we have it. Again, moving in the direction of the foot and leg that's already facing that direction and repeating that to circle. And you can practice this. You can time your practice doing this. 1 minute circling one direction, 1 minute the other. And another important thing, which we'll cover a lot of, I didn't have my hands up here, but you can practice with your guard up. Practice with your guard up. You can practice blade hands, claw hands, stone hands, If you don't know well, I also spear, so let's stick with that. Spear, claw, or stone hands. There are uses for that. Spear is like parrying, right? When you slap things out of the way. Claw is for grabbing, right? And of course the stone are punching. There's another video about that spear, claw, stone stuff. You can check that out later, but that's the basics of the footwork for moving left to right and circling, which complements advancing and retreating. That's it for now. Catch you in the next one.